the album came out a couple of weeks ago. Well, actually, about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it did.
And so, were you here when it was released?
Yes, I was. I was in Topol.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what kind of day did you have on release day? Exciting?
I had a very relaxing release day. Did I do anything? I don't think I did anything. I think I just sat down on the couch and breathed a deep sigh of relief and just didn't do anything all day. It was fantastic. That's generally how it is.
It's been a long time coming. I know you've done singles and EPs and all that stuff, but a full album. Yeah. So why is it taking so long?
I just never really felt I was ready to do a full-length album. Maybe it was like a self-confidence thing. I just wanted it to be perfect. I knew I didn't have the songs for it yet. Right. It just took me like 3 years to put the songs together, and I wanted the album to be special, and I just didn't feel capable of it until now.
Fair enough. And so why are you capable now? What has changed in your mind?
I think I was just ready to start sharing the pieces of myself that I was maybe embarrassed of before, or I had a little bit of tall poppy syndrome, or didn't really feel like sharing the deeper parts of myself. I think that's probably just from school in New Zealand and trying to suppress that. And now I'm just more of couldn't really care less, and the songs mean a lot to me, and I guess that's just how it is. Like,
gotcha. So is that why the album is called Adolescence?
That is why the album is called Adolescence, even though I'm well past my adolescence. But most of the songs are from then, and I wasn't writing music during any of that time, so and all the songs are written about points in my life where I didn't really have like a creative outlet. I was just playing sport or doing something completely different.
Well, so when you were growing up, did you know you were going to be into music?
I always knew I liked music, but I'd just always been told that it was never a career option. So I just.
And have you changed your mind?
I have changed my mind. I mean, I never thought. I mean, I did think that actually until I was like, I just did what my dad did, which was chemical engineering. So I battled through that until I realized I just couldn't do it anymore, and then switched to music, and I changed my mind pretty quickly.
Some would say there's a certain amount of chemical engineering in the music industry as well. So there you go.
Exactly. I try and keep that side out of it as much as possible.
Good on you. Good. So now you're in London. Are you able to go out to clubs and stuff, or are people kind of mixing and mingling? And
yeah, you can go to clubs, festivals, all of that. Just show your vaccine pass usually, and sometimes you have to wear a mask to get inside, and then take it off and have a drink. But
can't drink with it on.
Yeah, you can't drink with it on. But for most part, it's just life as usual. I would say. Yeah, I've started booking tickets for more shows and going out and about and seeing things, and it feels like it's getting there.
All right. Now the songs themselves, there's about 8 tracks on the record. Maybe more.
10 tracks.
10 tracks, that's right. And some of them are kind of you on your own, and some of them with collaboration. So how do you determine whether you want to work with somebody, like say the song Esther, which you're collaborating with, as opposed to Touch Me, which you kind of build on your own? How do you make a decision?
Yeah, it's purely the whatever the song calls for. So for Touch Me, it was just, I already knew what I wanted to write about. The production felt like the thing that I wanted to say, which was sort of a message about like loneliness and isolation in adolescence and whilst touring. Touch me, oh my. Touch me, oh my. Right. And then I'd written Esther by myself, and then got my friend Annika Wells to help me finish the lyrics. And it was about this girl I was having a dream about, a recurring dream. When I was like 18, 19, like a lustful type of obsession dream. You come around
figure out what your body likes. Cause I'm down when you're down, middle of the night. Won't you come around, figure out what your body likes. Could lay it down till the sun's coming through the blinds.
Very adolescent.
Yeah, very adolescent. And then it just made sense to, we didn't have verse 2, so it just made sense to find someone to play that part, just to like act it out. And Tanashi was just the first person that sprung to mind.
So did your collaborations kind of all work like that, or did the different collaborators have different roles within the track?
Oh, did they? No, they didn't. They didn't all work like that, but the majority did. And on the off chance there was sometimes that people would just come through and they would say something that was relevant, and I would feel like it related to my life, and I'd been through that in my adolescence. Like Via Rosa from Drama came in and wrote a beautiful love ballad whilst me and her producer did the track, and that just worked out perfectly. And yeah, it's different every time, but they all had to make sense within the confines of the project. And there's many other collaborations that aren't on there because they didn't make sense and they didn't work.
When you say they don't make sense, what does that mean exactly?
So it's really just a feeling, but I never had that experience during my adolescence, or I don't know any people who've had that experience, so it doesn't fit for me in that time frame in this album. Or they just wrote something about something that you couldn't apply to adolescence.
So how was your adolescence, if I may ask?
My adolescence was like carefree and honestly great. I had no major gripes. I was maybe
That's
just
refreshing to hear.
Yeah, no major gripes. Loving family. I was maybe a little bit shy, and I was definitely like trying to get into music and the arts and drama, and like got bullied for it a little bit, but like nothing that would ever, I don't know, destroy me or change my brain at all.
Right.
Yeah, I can't complain at all. I've been very fortunate.
Right. And what did you listen to growing up when you were 15 years old?
What was I listening to at 15? Like Jack Johnson.
Right.
Skrillex.
Right.
Who else? I wasn't really that much of a muso at all. Like I didn't read too much into it. Who else I listened to? I listened to Amy Winehouse a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And then a lot of people that my dad and mum listened to, like who they listened to, like Groove Armada, Double Blue.
Sounds like you had pretty cool parents.
Yeah, I don't know. Are they cool? Are they cool acts? I love.
I mean, whose parents listen to Groove Armada? Come on, that's pretty.
Dad loves Groove Armada, but they're not musos either. They don't really know how to play any instruments, or they love singing and dancing and whatnot. But yeah, I guess I'm like a little bit of a black sheep in that sense, but. No, they definitely they tried to get me into music, and my sister as well.
Oh, cool.
They had us learning piano from the ages of 5, and they give it up, and and it was never an option not to have music be a part of my life in some capacity.
And was there a turning point that caused you to think, hey, wait a minute, this is for me after all?
Yeah, it wasn't like it is for me. It was like I have no other option. It was when I was entering my last year of university, and I was listening to my friends in the year above me tell me about their jobs in chemical engineering. And just feeling like a sinking weight of
fair enough.
Oh no, I can't do any of these. I'm not going to be happy for the rest of my life. I have to do something now. And I hadn't even started making music then yet, or learning anything about production. It was as soon as I had that conversation that I was like, I don't care about chemical engineering anymore. I just have to someone get me the program on the computer so I can figure this out, just like ASAP.
Yeah, fair enough. So this album had a fairly lengthy gestation period. Are you thinking about how quickly or lengthily you're going to follow this up with the next thing that you're going to do?
Yeah, I have ideas. I'm nervous though because this one took so long, and now
Right.
I can't take this long again. So yeah, I definitely have ideas for what I want to write next, but I need to, for my own interests and sanity, need to like create a story or like visual ideas around it before I start writing music. Just because I find if I'm kind of baseless, I don't have anywhere to start, and I'm looking at a blank canvas every
Right.
day, and it's really hard to do that for me. I need like, quite often I'll need like a video idea, or I need an idea what the project looks like, or
Right.
yeah, so anything like that, what the show is going to look like, and then I can start, feeding ideas from that perspective, which makes
Right.
creation a lot easier for me.
Do you think of yourself as a storyteller with your music?
Yes, yeah, I guess I do, but I'm not. But I've never really considered myself much of a songwriter. Maybe I just don't think I'm that good at it. But I
Right.
just started making beats, and that's where I came from, just like making beats. So it's been a very slow, like, start writing lyrics, start singing on your songs, like work with some songwriters, talk about like things that make you feel some type of way. Just because I think just because I was shy as a kid, I never want to like show anyone that side of myself, or I have never wanted to. And with age, I've kind of realized that it's all just irrelevant, and it doesn't matter what people think, or anything like that.
So I noticed that several of the people that you collaborated with are Aussies. So now that you're in England over there, do you see who would you like to be working with over there?
Oh, there's so many people in the UK I would love to work with. I mean, I do work with some of them already. Like Sinead Harnett, I've already written with. She's an incredible songwriter. But then a lot of the people I'd love to work with are producers that I admire, like Ross from Friends, Sam Gelatry, Salute. All these people are incredible. Duskus. In terms of singers, there's the big ones. Like I've always wanted to work with Sam Smith.
Right.
Who else? There's another incredible producer, Fred again, who's doing some great work right now. In kind of like my world. There's a huge list. Honestly, I think it's one of the main reasons I moved here. It's just because I'm such a fan of the UK music scene, and I wanted to be closer to it and steal some of the creative energy from myself.
And Elton John seems to be recording with everyone these days. Maybe you can get him.
Oh yeah, he did, and he actually he talked about my song yesterday on his radio show.
Did he really? That's pretty cool. What did he say?
Yeah, he did. He talked about Esther, the track we were just talking about. What did he say? He said something like, "I hope he keeps producing because he has a really good future as a producer."
Well, there you go.
Yeah, it was madness, actually. Yeah, it was cool. It was cool.
I mean, Elton knows his stuff, so he's great record collector, and he knows what's going on.
He's been around the block.
Very cool. Well, thank you for telling me all about it. And so are you going to be coming back here to perform or do anything, or?
Yeah, sure. I'll be coming back to be doing shows at some point this year.
Okay, well, we'll keep an eye out for that. In the meantime, it must be morning over there, right?
It is, 9:40.
9:40, okay. It's 10:30 at night. But
thanks for staying up. I appreciate it.
I stay up all the time anyway. It's fantastic. No problem. So thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.